Well, hey there YouTube, it's I, Ember Honey Raven, the Big Fat Witch. Hey, I'm just going to give you a video that I previously uploaded to my Patreons back in 2018 about rune casting. I hope you love it. Bye-bye.
Okay, hello Patreons, how are you doing? I am going to apologize in advance because Bella is like scratching and itching and chewing and flopping and snarfing in the background because I swear when she sees me come in here and turn this light on, it's like every bit of picking, digging, and licking that she's wanted to do for the last day comes out of her. I don't know if it's like a nervous tick or what, but anyway, I am here to talk to you about rune divination and show you something that I do often that you may find of use. So first of all, I use witches runes, and I have them here. I made these myself. Well, okay then. That was interesting. I had an explosion, a rune explosion. That sounds kind of dirty. I made these myself. These are wooden, and yes, they have been wood burned. There is an old video up where I made these. I think I have it privated because I'm actually going back and editing out if my ex, appeared in any part of a video, which I think there were only maybe 2 or 3 that she actually ever appeared in, even momentarily. I'm trying to find those and edit the parts of her out, which involves, because I don't have any of the videos in raw form anymore, so I have to like download them from YouTube into an editor, then edit, basically watch them for any reference to her, and then get rid of them. But these came from a branch that fell. You can find sometimes perfectly almost rounded, and I actually like that these are not perfectly rounded. You can find these sometimes as an offering from your forest gods or your bushes or whatever. Bradford pears can be okay. Oak, cedar, these were actually from a cedar tree. It was a cedar branch that fell, and I did, so basically these are basically just sliced up, and then I did wood burning of the rune symbols on each of the little deals. And yes, you can see that the actual heart, the heart of the cedar there is still there, and I just wood burned on top of it, and then I sealed it with some sealant. And some of them are harder to see than others because of the heart. So if you don't want to use cedar, if you don't want that black spot in there, you can find something that doesn't have as big of a heart in it. That's up to you. So I like witches runes. You can use Viking runes, Futhark runes. There's lots of different runes. And basically runes are just a symbolic representation of another language. You can even come up with your own runes, and I actually have come up with my own runes. Runes are a form of an oracle. You can come up with your own, and the ones that I came up with, I will do a video on those. I actually have to find them. I think I might have packed them. If not, we'll make new ones together. So, rune divination, there are lots of ways to divine with runes. I use these often because I actually feel quite a connection with these particular runes since I made them myself. I've seen people make runes out of stones. You can make them out of paper. You can make them out of pretty much any material that feels good to you. You can, that's endless. I'll just leave it at that because, yeah. I am actually going to point my camera down and show you a quick and dirty way to do divination with runes. Now, you can use these very similarly to tarot or oracle cards. I like oracle because to me, if you just want a quick and dirty and kind of an overarching theme, oracle is great for that. For me, and some people have opposite experiences, and that's okay. It kind of depends on how you connect. Tarot are really specific sometimes. If I want a yes or a no, I go to the tarot. If I want a date, I go to the tarot. If I want a timeline of events, I go to the tarot. If I want a running theme, if I want an overarching storyline, if I want mental space, I go to the oracle. That may work differently for you. I will make another video talking more about that, but today we're going to focus on a super quick and dirty method for divining a message from runes. Y'all are going to love this. It's so simple, it's not even funny. So give me just a second. I will aim my camera down. Be back in a minute. Okay, I'm back here, and yes, I have a cutting mat. You can put, you know, a tarot cloth down. You can put velvet. You can make this prettier if you want to, and I apologize. I have lots and lots and lots of stuff stacked up all over this desk because, yes, I am in the process of packing this room up. That's a whole other video as well. I just like something so that these are not clattering all over the metal, but you can do these on a plate. Just figure out what works for you. So here's what you're going to do. You're going to want to make sure that all of your rune symbols are facing up, okay? And then this is what I do. You can actually figure out what method works the best for you. Either take these in your hand or put them in a container. I actually store mine in a glass jar. You can put them in a bag, but you're going to want to mix these up, okay? You're going to want to just mix them by hand, okay? And you're going to be thinking about the message that you're trying to get. You can mix these for a set amount of time. You can mix them, you know, shuffle them however you want. Again, it's probably easier in a bag. I like to put my hands on them. So let's say that I'm asking a question about my job situation. And let's see, you know, and again, this is just an example. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to drop all of these runes. Anything facing up with the symbol, I keep. I only have 3 symbols facing up. So I'm going to actually keep these, and I am going to discard all of these. I'm going to wash these in my hand again. Okay? And again, we're basically focusing on the message that we're trying to receive. You can chant. You can pray. You can do whatever makes you feel most connected and drop them. And there is my message. And there is my message. I now have 2. I like to continue. Oop, well, that one it is. That one jumped. And see how this one was down in my hand? Okay. So this one jumped out. And as you can see, this is the eye. Okay, I'm going to angle the camera back up. Give me just a second and we'll talk about what this message might mean. Every time I switch angles, I always want to go, and we're back. You know, like that really annoying Saturday Night Live thing. Anyway, so we pulled the eye. Now, you may interpret your witch's runes differently. I kind of go on the intuitive interpretation. So for me, the eye, and also, I mean, this is based in the developer of the witch's runes said, yeah, the eye is about psychic stuff, about seeing things. It's also about watching out for danger. So if I was to accept this as the divinatory message that I got from my rune cast just now about, you know, what's going on with my job. Is there any message for me with my job? This may tell me to investigate further, that maybe I don't have all the information I need. The eye can also be about witnessing and watching things happen, which kind of suggests, you know, if you're worried about being laid off, which is a very real thing, this may suggest that maybe I'm going to be off to the side watching other people or watching other things happen, that maybe my position is stationary. This could also mean that maybe I need to do some more psychic or intuitive work around this. The eye does tend to be also a watch out for danger type of symbol. It does mean maybe there are things going on behind the scenes that you're not aware of. Things are dangerous. You really need to, you know how it always says, you know, keep your eye out, look your eye out. That is kind of a pause, like, hey, don't jump too quickly. So again, if this is, maybe you're thinking about changing jobs, the eye message could be, hey, you need to think on this a little harder. Hey, slow your roll on that. The eye is just about opening up your psychic awareness to what the possibility might be. This can feel like a nebulous message to some people. It maybe feels like not really a yes or a no. And again, this is why I don't actually use oracle, and I think of runes as oracle. I don't really use oracle for a yes or no. I just want the overarch. I want to know what I'm supposed to be feeling spiritually and psychically. You can do this particular method of casting with stones. You can develop what works for you. I am not a fan of telling people what they have to do to divine a message for their lives. Like, I'm never going to say, these must be cast 3 times and blah, 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 or these must be cast 9 times and blah, blah, blah. These are yours. You're supposed to figure out what feels right for you. I like the method that I just use, basically, where I just basically would do it as many times as it takes to get down to 1 rune. Now, I will tell you, there have been a few times when I have been rune casting where the same 2 runes, I'll get down to the very end, and those runes will be face up 5, 6, 7, 8 casts in a row. If that happens for you, I suggest you pay attention. That means that there may be a layered message for you. You may get the eye and you may get the sun. You can go and kind of mesh those 2 meanings together. Like for me, if I got the eye and the sun, that would tell me that there's probably a very good thing about to come my way. I think of the sun as all good possibilities, but the eye would tell me, watch for it. It may not come in the form you think it will. So again, divine your own method for this, but I did want to share this with you because you guys have been requesting I do more, hands-on type videos. I love doing these. If you want to know more about the methods of divination that I use, I'd be glad to share those videos. I am not a professional tarot reader the way that RUNE is, but I have, over the last several years, developed my own methods for scrying, for rune casting, for oracle interpretation. I have used dice to do divination. I've used playing cards to divine. I use my crystal ball for divination. I'd be glad to talk about those with you if you are interested. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this. If you have not made yourself a set of runes, I highly, highly recommend it. You will feel, at least I do, I feel incredibly connected to these. I feel like these are my runes. There is nothing wrong with purchasing a set of runes or if someone gifts you a set. But I'm telling you, there's nothing like making your own magical tool with your own 2 hands and, wood burning that stuff and scraping the bark off and getting the splinters from it where a little bit of your blood gets on it. I'm just saying, if you haven't done it, give it a try. I hope you enjoyed this video. I will have more coming for you this week. And until next time, huge blessings to you, and you. All of you, really. Keep making magic, you guys. Peace. Bye.